Let's understand elections in this video.
Have you ever wondered how leaders are chosen for our country and states? Like how your class picks a monitor. Elections are similar but much bigger, and they happen so every citizen gets a say in who governs them. Periodic elections are the heart of democracy because they let people choose representatives and hold them responsible. Representatives are chosen at national, state, and local levels. So local issues and national plans both get attention. Some elections are direct, where citizens vote straight for a candidate, like for the Lok Sabha or Vidhan Sabha. Other elections are indirect, where elected members choose leaders, like for the president, vice president, or Rajya Sabha. An elected government must seek a fresh mandate after 5 years and cannot just continue without voters' approval. Elections protect equality, make leaders accountable, ensure representation, and give legitimacy to the government. Fun fact, the study of elections is called psephology, from a Greek word meaning pebble, because ancient Greeks used pebbles to vote. Running elections in a large and diverse country needs clear laws and many people working together at all levels. The main stakeholders are the Election Commission of India, political parties, civil society, and media, and the voters themselves. The Constitution and special laws tell each of these groups what they can and cannot do during election. India mainly uses the first-past-the-post system for Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha elections. In FPTP, each voter chooses one candidate and the candidate with the most votes wins, even if they get less than half the votes. Some positions use proportional representation, where parties get seats in proportion to the votes they win, like Rajya Sabha and the President. The Vidhan Parishad uses a form of proportional system called the single transferable vote, where preferences are counted. A majority system needs more than 50% to win and may use a second round, but India does not use this for General Assembly elections. 6 states have 2 houses in their legislature: Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Telangana, and Uttar Pradesh. Members of the upper house, the Vidhan Parishad, are elected by many groups like local bodies, graduates, and teachers, and some are nominated by the governor. The Representation of the People Act 1950 covers seats and electoral rolls, and it guarantees voting rights to citizens above 18 years. The Representation of the People Act 1951 sets rules for nomination, campaigns, voting, and also lists election offences like bribery or appealing on religion or caste. The Presidential and Vice Presidential Elections Act 1952 guides how those specific elections are held. Delimitations the process of drawing constituency boundaries, so each representative roughly represents the same number of people. Article 82 mandates the Delimitation Commission, and India had commissions in 1952, 1963, 1973, and 2002 to keep boundaries fair. The Election Commission of India is a permanent constitutional body set up on 25th January 1950, and Articles 324 to 329 define its powers. The ECI prepares electoral rolls by sending enumerators to homes, and it runs special revisions to add new voters and remove duplicates or dead entries. The Commission decides election schedules, taking into account weather, farming seasons, exams, and festivals, so voting is practical for everyone. ECI registers political parties, asks them to hold internal elections, classifies them as national, state, or unrecognized, and allots election symbols. To ensure free and fair polls, the ECI uses EVMs with Braille and VVPATs so votes can be verified during counting. The ECI runs inclusive measures for people with disabilities, senior citizens above 85, transgender voters, and vulnerable tribal groups. Home voting for very senior and disabled voters was used nationwide for the first time in the 2024 general elections. Digital tools like C-Vigil, Saksham, Suvidha, the Voter Helpline, ETPBS, Eronet, and Sugam help voters and officials during elections. India had about 96.8 crore eligible voters in 2024. And National Voters' Day is celebrated every year on 25th January. At the state level, a chief electoral officer and local officers like district magistrates manage the conduct of elections. Political parties link citizens to government. They shape public opinion, campaign on issues, offer choices, and help voters decide. The party that wins forms the government, and the opposition keeps the government accountable through debates and committees. India's multi-party system reflects its diversity, and coalition politics became common after 1967, with larger alliances forming later. Defection means a member leaves the party on whose ticket they were elected, and the anti-defection law of 1985 can disqualify such members. Parties earn recognition based on vote share and seats won. National and state party rules specify clear percentage and seat criteria. Registered unrecognized parties are those that have not met the vote or seat requirements or have not contested elections yet. Since 1977, alliances like the NDA and UPA have played big roles in national politics and forming governments. Free and fair elections face many challenges, such as misinformation, voter intimidation, misuse of money, appeals to religion or caste, logistics, and accessibility. The ECI tackles these with the Model Code of Conduct, technology like EVMs and VVPAT, apps like CVigil, the Representation of the People Acts, and voter awareness drives. So what do we learn from this? Voting is a right and a duty, and elections let every citizen have an equal voice in choosing leaders. Let us quickly remember, elections give power to the people, the ECI and laws keep things fair, and parties and voters make democracy work. So today we learned why elections matter, how different systems and laws work, the role of the ECI, and the main challenges to fair polls. Keep learning gently, take an interest in how elections work, and explore more on EduRev to understand these ideas better. Thank you for listening, and remember, your voice matters in a democracy.